Hey, welcome to Shape with Srini. In this video, I'm going to show you how I built this planter bench made out of 2x4s and cedar pickets. I have free plans available with the cut list and the materials you need for this build. So enjoy the video and have fun. Hey man, are you talking about fun? Where's the fun in your videos? You do not even entertain people. You know one thing, a lot of people watch YouTube for entertainment, not your serious build videos where you always talk about like the measurements and all that stuff. Grow up, man. Grow up and give some entertainment to people. Don't be serious all the time. Make some funny jokes. You might get some nasty comments, but that's okay. Grow up. Did you look at these guys? These guys always fight. They don't know what to do, they don't know how to grow the YouTube channel, they don't know how to entertain people. Every time they build some stuff and always says take this piece, take that piece and join with screws or use a table saw to cut, or the recommended method is miter saw and all that stuff. Where's the fun? Did you ever see fun in this particular channel? I think your answer is no. Anyways, watch this video and I think it's going to be another boring non-funny video. Have fun. Have fun. Start the project by cutting the 2x4s to the rough dimensions. Follow the first cut list. After the cuts, you'll have all your frame pieces and they'll be 0.5 inches more than the final dimensions. I think the boring twins have started the build. Did they start talking about the cut list and all that nonsense? Yes? Yeah, watch for a minute and see like how they're going to talk to each other and which is more boring. Oh my god. Planing is optional. After planing, cut the pieces to final dimension and remove one rounded edge of the 2x4 on table saw and then rip the 2x4s in half. Use a push stick for safety. Your hand will be passing the blade and you need to be careful. Once done, you'll have all your frame pieces ready. Cross-check with the final cut list. I think the video editing and voiceover are coming good. Really? Did you include any funny elements? Funny elements? What do you mean? I'm talking about our evil twin man. Do you remember when we are doing the introduction video, how he was telling our viewers how boring we are? He wants to know everyone that we are boring. No, I don't think he's funny at all. In fact, maybe we are more funnier. No, I think he's funny. He's much funnier than us. Thanks. You are of no help. Whatever. Let's assemble the frame. For the frame joints, use 2.5 inch exterior screws. Before driving screws, drill pilot holes. Use clamps during these joints. Clamps will help keeping the joining pieces intact and they don't move when driving screws. Before joining, check the squareness with a speed square. I see that you started building the frame, right? So why don't you give more information on the build, like where can they download the plans or what kind of materials and tools you've been using to build this frame? Yeah, sure, I can do that. The links for the plan are in the description. And you know this is a build from 2x4s, right? So I'm using some exterior screws and which are 2.5 inches in length, and these are called trim head screws. You can use a star bit to drive these screws. I also use this countersink bit to drill pilot holes before driving the screws. That way the wood doesn't split. And before driving the screws, the first thing what I check is check the squareness of two pieces and clamp it. The reason why I clamp is before driving the screws, it's always good to clamp because when you're driving screws, there's a chance that two pieces get misaligned. So the clamps will help to keep these joints together and intact. Follow the plan. The plan has detailed cut list and instructions, and if you follow the step-by-step instructions, it's really easy to build this frame. Boring. It's so boring, man. I cannot watch it anymore. Bye. We have finished building the frame, so what are the next steps? The planter is going to sit outside. How are we going to protect the frame? The next step is to paint the frame. We are going to use a spray paint for protection. Paint is one of the best choices to finish outdoor furniture. Any tips for using the spray paint? Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I can tell you how I spray. I spray 2 or 3 thin coats and I don't overspray. If I see any areas that did not get the paint, I will cover those areas in the next coat. For this planter, we are going to use 2 spray cans. That sounds good. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. For panels, use red cedar pickets. You can buy these from Lowe's or Home Depot. The cedar pickets come rough, so planing on one side gives a smooth surface. If you don't have a planer, sanding the pickets on one side is recommended. The planed side or sanded side will face you when you are assembling the panels to the frame. Measure the frame width before you cut the cedar panels to the final dimensions. If you follow the frame dimensions in the plan, the panel dimensions will work, but there's a possibility your frame measurements are a little over or under the actual dimensions. So measuring before you cut is recommended. For attaching panels to the frame, I used 1/4 inch GRK cabinets. These screws have a washer style head and will give a nice look to the planter. As an alternative, you can use regular screws. During the build, I forgot to attach the panels for the planter base, but in the plans, this is one of the first steps during the panel assembly. I think with this build video, we might engage audience. They might watch at least like 2 or 3 minutes or maybe more. What do you think? Yeah, I think you're right. We might engage the audience this time. I think even our evil twin has an idea that we might engage audience. That's why we don't see him around. I do not even see him where he is right now. I just saw him hiding under the bench. Let me see. Yeah, he's hiding under the bench. I think he is jealous and he doesn't have any words. Let's finish the panel assembly and next steps. Yeah, let's do. After the panel assembly, we sanded just the bench top. If you want, you can sand all panels. For protecting the planter legs, we added some furniture feet. And to protect the planter, we applied a couple of coats of Thompson's water seal with a foam brush. Yeah, I think this bench is nice. Really comfortable. Good. I have some plants. Did you look at him? He's having a beer on the planter we built. He is crazy, man. I'm telling you. He's really evil. Yeah, I'm looking at him. I think he doesn't have any words to say to us. He is just evil, man. Leave him alone. We did not care about him. At least I'm thinking like we made like a good effort in making this video and the build with all the plans and everything. At least I'm hoping 5 or 6 people will use our plans and build the planter. Or even we have plans for the other planter we built last week. I hope you did like this video. If you like supporting us, please subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.